I'm going to show you how to draw this Optimus drawing with me, step by step. So let's get started and do this together. Stay to the very end. I'm going to have a breakdown of very helpful tips that are going to make it perfect. Let's get started. Okay, so let's jump right into Optimus. All right, so first thing is first. I'm going to go here on the page and I'm going to start pretty much where everything starts, right? It's at the head. Going down right here, pulling into kind of this angular look that he has in his mask. He has this kind of angular look that I think is really cool. All right, we're going to lean in here. And so kind of that porthole that Optimus has, you see it a lot, like right there with the V shape. This doesn't have to be precise, remember that. It's just you have to be precise enough. And you want the impression of it. So nothing has to be like the exact angles on this is okay. It's whatever. So we're going to pull over here, curve inside, and we're going to draw the eye area right there as well. Pulling down, he's got a little bit of a crest of a nose inside the mask. Again, but you could just fill in that whole space dark. You don't have to put that area in at all. But I'm going to fill it in just a bit. Excuse me. All right, pulling a line out over here. We're going to put a little bit of thickness in the mask that he has on the front plate of his kind of lower face. Cool, cool. Pulling up over here in the center of the head. He has this plate across his forehead. Don't forget, by the way, hit the like button if you're a Transformers fan, and I'll do a lot more. I'll do everybody if you guys hit the like button. Line up over here, and around the forehead, it's going to kind of peak. All right there. And there's something that he has at the peak right there, and that is this design. It almost looks like a little mountain or something in the center. Kind of like that. Looks like a little volcano shape. Line over here, connecting that form. Line down, curve down. Up over here. We're just kind of mirroring that shape again, repeating that shape inside. Pulling up over there, kind of connecting it at the top. And okay, let's take a quick break and talk about the Cute Drawing ebook, Cute Starter. This will teach you pretty much everything you need to know about how to make your characters adorable and chibi. So what is cute exactly, right? I would say 90% of it is in the proportions, and they're mostly the same. And I'm going to go over them with you step by step. Larger head, larger eyes, smaller body, but in what facet? I have some charts here. These are visual guides. So this will guide you on your journey, and it's pretty much non-reading. There's hardly any reading in this. And the cool part is once you learn these proportions, you're going to know them forever. And that's the best part about it. So this is 100% free. I offer it to you. Go down to the description, click the link, download it, and let me know what you think about the ebook. And all right, let's kind of keep pushing here. Pulling downward into that front plate. Curve in. And kind of down a little bit here. We're going to do the same kind of plate on the other side. Line up. Curve down on the side of the head here. And right here we're going to have a contraption on the side of his ear. And a lot of this, like I said, is just boxes we're drawing. Curve down, down right here. Curving up. Okay. Same shape on the far end right there. Curving up on the outer edge. But before that, we're going to throw a little spike right there, which is very common in almost all of Optimus's designs. He has this kind of an almost antenna coming upward. Pulling down over here, just kind of more or less copying that shape that I put on the right side. Sweet. All right, pulling down. Sorry, hopefully you can't hear my chair. You might be able to hear my chair. Whoops. Okay. And put lines over here. That's probably like a simple way to draw it is one large shape, and then we split it up. And we're going to pull the center line down to kind of show that there is a different plane on each side of that, right? There's a different angle to that mask. It's not just a flat mask across. It angles out a little bit. Pulling out. All right. Over here now to the edge. And we're going to pull up over here for the other portion of the side of the mask. It's kind of like an ear, another ear area extension there. Pulling out over here, just kind of adding on. And you can tell it's like a lot of layers kind of adding on to this. But I mean, like I said, this is the kind of stuff where I feel like you can put 3 or 4 different, segments of it, and it'll look fine. Really, a lot of his design. This is most of the design from the recent movie, the Beast movie, the Transformers movie, The Beast. Like the Beast Machines. I forget what it's called. Oh man, that new movie. But yeah, like some of this stuff, honestly, I think it's obviously, it can be very easy pictures to draw. It can be, but a lot of it is keeping the overall image, in your mind. So we're gonna draw the top part of his kind of shoulder area. It's just like drawing stacks of boxes right here. So I'm drawing one box outward right there. There you go. So that's like above, like where his neck is sitting on, right? It's sitting on the top box area of that. And we're getting a little bit of an edge right there to give it a little bit dimension. All right. Pull out a little bit, and it's going to curve the corner into the chest area. All right. Same thing over here on this side. It's pulling out a little bit more for the top of that chest. Sorry, I want to enunciate more. Forgive me. All right. Line right there. Design line. He has these little crescent at the top. He's like 3 on each side. Or like 2 on each side. Forgive me. Up. Down. Alrighty. And we're going to move into kind of the front of his chest. So I'm going to go over here. Well, not really. Underline kind of that area right there. Down. All right. Throw another notch right here. And we're going to pull back. And the reason I'm doing that is because there's kind of a joint between the shoulder and the rest of his torso. Definitely hit the like button. I'm sorry, not that like. Hit the subscribe. Click the bell notification if you like learning how to draw things. I go over how to draw pretty much everything on a daily basis. Absolutely hit the subscribe and click the bell notification. It's going to help so much when you do that. Going to pull down. Right here. So his shoulder is another box. Like a cube. Starting this angle right here on the side of the cube. Line over here. Just kind of get the back area. Like there's a kind of the back of his... it's kind of still the same plane as the top of his head there. Sorry. As his shoulders there. But we're kind of extending it back. Right on. Line over here. So lines like this is for the dimension lines. You can take it or leave it. But adding dimension lines like that around the edges and stuff just adds to the look. It adds to the detail of the robot. Pulling down for the front of the chest now. So that's a different plane, right? So it's like you have the top of the box, right, which his head is sitting on, and now you have the front of the box with his chest. All right. Curve line down. Pulling out over here. Line over here. Kind of that bottom of that area. All right, now we're trying to carve the side of the box right there. If you think of all these things as boxes. Drawing this notch right here. A couple of notches, making it look a little bit more technical for kind of the ball, the ball and socket joint, basically the joint on the shoulder. Pulling down. Curve, line across. Line across over here. Line down. And curve right there. Drawing another part of like a box within boxes. Like if you want to draw transformers, learn how to draw like a cube really well. I would say that would be a big thing. Line down, out. So we're going over his form now. Pulling in over here. If he was a human, we'd be going into the lat. We'd be going into the latissimus dorsi, right? Pulling out over here, down. Just throwing another little line there for detail. All right. Out over here, we're gonna put. He has like it's from the truck that he turns from. So it's kind of like I don't know what you call it. It's a thing I think you blow the horn on it. I think that's the horn. I can't remember. But it's like a cylinder sitting on top of that cube. All right, another cylinder sticking up, kind of back right there, because he has his arm raised and kind of pointed at us. So those are gonna point back. Dot, dot, dot. Same thing that's on a... I don't know what they're called. I don't know trucks, forgive me. Like monster truck... Or I think they're monster trucks, right? No, they're not. I'm sorry. They're those huge trucks that they travel across country, like cargo trucks. Like a semi. Line over here for the front box more. Like the one pointed right at us. That's basically representing the forearm area from the elbow down. That one in the front. And we're connecting the back right there. All right. Line over here. And line up right there. Continue to draw a couple of lines right there for the detailed area, which is like under his arm. So you have areas of complex design, and then you have areas of relaxed, kind of not so much complex. So like his arms, right? Like the boxes of his arms, they're not that complex, but the complex stuff is like in his armpit, areas like that. The areas where things have to move. Pulling down right there, kind of another little notch. Finding this area downward. And there's like a little bit of a shelf right there on the bottom of... I think what that would represent is like the pectoralis, right? The chest muscle. Down. Down right here. Extend back. And down there. Cool. So it's almost like two TV screens, but that's supposed to be the front of the truck, right? The windshield. Let's go back to the other arm right there. Let's go into the torso real quick. So this would represent like his rib cage with another box. Pulling back right there. And we're going to have like this ab thing going on, like there's abdominals in that area. Out over here. And down. Cool, pulling at an angle. Across and up. Down over here. Again, kind of a rib cage, and you have this box which represents like his abs right there. And obviously at the waist it gets thinner. So we're gonna pull it down these boxes, and you're gonna have to draw less of these boxes too, right? Like that's barely a box right there. It's like underneath. Okay. Let's find the edge over here and pull back across right there, finding that edge right there of his forearm. Pulling up, cross over here for his hand, which, to be honest, is probably gonna be the hardest part of this, but there's kind of like an opening for his hand right there on the top of the wrist. And then we have that kind of coming back right here. We have the actual hand coming down. So right here I'm going to try to draw the fingers in one shot. I'm thinking of like a knuckle right here. And I'm just drawing a couple of segments. So that's like one finger right there. Out, down. This one I'm going to draw as one and then just split it up. That's probably the way I should have done the first finger. Out over here, another curve for the other finger right there. Line, line, curve line here. Down over here for the last finger in the back. It's probably like the pinky finger. Underneath right there you have a palm. Downward here. And we're going to go around and pull the thumb over here, right? So right there we got the thumb right there and the fat pad at the bottom of the thumb. So pretty much very similar like a human hand. Cross over here, pulling out over here. And down. Pulling up. And over here, line. For kind of the other part of that box shape. Alright, let's pull back into kind of the lower waist again. And draw maybe the top of his, the edge of his pelvis. Yeah, something like that. Go over here, draw the other side of his, I guess would be his stomach. Just keep the thing steady, sorry. Alright. Let's zoom out a little bit here. And pull a line back here. We're going to find the other shoulder. So it's a box sitting on the shoulder over there. Out over here. And back down, right? So that's basically the top of his shoulder. Imagine like your shoulder, but it's totally flat at the top. That's kind of what he has. You can put like your dinner on it, you know? This little box at the top of that, like a shape, like it looks like electronics. Cool. Right, sort of like a box shape on top of that, like a square shape. Draw some lines around it, like it has a little bit of dimension. We draw a little bit of that line on the corner. It makes things look a little bit like there's a thickness to it. Line, line, line. Downward here. Okay, we're going to go down, pull down for that side. That's a shoulder, more like extended right there. Line. Sweet. So far so good. And let's go over here and draw the that horn or whatever the heck that is, like, or the exhaust where it comes out of, like the semi truck, the one we had over there, like the cylinder. It's on this side now. Right on. Curve down over here. Next segment of the arm. Pulling in. And pulling down there. Cool, cool. Outward here. And all right. And down. We're gonna throw a little bit of that's a little bit of the gear right there. Sweet. Pulling in. And all right. Outward here. So he's basically he's bending his arm. That's something to keep in mind. Downward. Across. And then pull up. Like, imagine like a cardboard box. That's kind of what you're drawing, like that shape. It's a very simplistic shape. Downward. Downward again. Pull back. Right? That's parallel to the line above it there. If it's a box. And line back there for like the elbow area. Outward over here for his hand. I don't really know if his hand's gonna fit. We're gonna have to like figure that out. All right, line over here. Down right there, and with thumb outward, and it's kind of go off the screen a bit. All right, continue here. We're just gonna draw like the fist on this side, a couple of like L shapes, and then we need the chunky part of the hand there. There you go, like the fat pat of your hand, right, or the heel of the hand. And let's add in some, you know, joints and things like that. That's the easier thing. If you just draw the overall like finger and then just split it up, that's probably a lot easier. Right on. Coming in and just kind of adding a bit more like of stuff that we need here. Nothing too major, but just adding a few things here and there. Nothing too wild about it. And all right, now we're drawing a few more lines right here, kind of coming around the bottom area of, like, we're gonna draw that ab wall in, which is literally just a vent. Literally, it's just a vent. So we just draw some across. I'm not even counting the number of vents. I'm just kind of putting it in there. Sweet. Line, dot, dot, dot right here for some rivets, for some screws or whatever. Dot, dot, dot as well. Gives it that detail. Line down over here. And line across right there, that flat area. Down. Down. And I'm putting like a box for kind of the pelvis area. Line over here on the left side, a line on the right. Down over here, and we're gonna connect this to that other box over here. All right, line over here. So with all these boxes on him, like, there's always a top, right, a front of the box, the side of the box, and the bottom, right? If you know how to draw like an ice cube or a cube, that's kind of what we're doing all over the place here. Downward like here, like a notch right there on the side, and another notch over here. It's gonna be like so. Line downward for the leg. It just kind of runs off the page there. Curve out. And out over here. Line over there. Line right there. Sweet. Okay. Just trying to find the similar shape on the far side over there. Because he's kind of turning his waist. You know, he's turning his upper body. And he's looking right at us. Down right here. And a lot of the bottom part doesn't even matter that much. You just want to show it kind of going off the page in a, you know, in a decent way. Out over here and out, so right there. So having that leg go off the page there. Cross over here and down. Okay. And that's kind of mostly it. I want you to stay around and honestly stick around and click on the next video. I'm going to put some related links to some other lessons, all right? But that's mostly it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please share the video if you enjoy this, by the way. I'm just putting little nicks and stuff like that here and there. But if you enjoy this, share it. Huge share it, absolutely. But yeah, let's file in. And don't forget to pick up a free ebook on how to draw something cute. I can make another ebook if you guys want. I so many people like picked up the other one, so all right.